Hi guys, welcome back to Premier League, and we start with week one with Arsenal versus Leicester at 7:45 tonight. And it's kind of been like the same with Arsenal really. We were promised, big massive signings, and really we've only had the one massive signing in obviously Lacazette. So I'm not optimistic going into this season again. For Arsenal to win the Premier League or even challenge for the Premier League. The Alexis Sanchez situation has been going on all summer. Willy, won't he? Personally, I think that he will stay until obviously to the end of the season, and then unfortunately he's going to go for free next season to wherever he wants to go. But I do think that Arsenal will make him see out his last year of his contract. Is that going to play a part on the pitch tonight? I'm not sure. With all these transfer rumours and everything with Sanchez. But we'll have to see. Leicester's not going to be an easy side. I know it's the first game of the season. Everyone's gelling together. Everyone's getting used to playing the game. But I think Arsenal will nick it. They'll get off to a good start. I'm going to go Arsenal 2. Leicester 1. We then go to Saturday at 12:30 and we have Watford versus Liverpool. And I thought we started to see a Jurgen Klopp kind of team in Liverpool towards the middle of the season, and then they started to drop off towards the end of the season. But I think against Watford, no disrespect to Watford, like I said, I know it's the first game of the season. But I do think that Liverpool will win quite comfortably. I'm going to go Watford 1, Liverpool 3. We then have Everton versus Stoke at 3 o'clock. Everton's been spending some bloody money, haven't they? And also the return of Wayne Rooney at Everton as well. Is that going to work? I'm not sure. I mean, obviously he's kissed the badge in front of he's kissed the Manchester United badge in front of the Everton fans before. Yes, I know people will say it only takes a couple of goals and people forget all about that. But will he be able to perform at Everton, or is Rooney past it? I mean, I'm not sure. Let me know in the comment section below if you think Rooney will do well at Everton. But I'm not so sure. I think his best days have gone now, to be honest. But as I say, it's the first game of the season. Everton are at home. I think they'll get off to a good start. I'm going to go Everton 2, Stoke 0, and to throw it in there, I think Rooney might score the first goal as well. So we'll see where we go from there. We then have Crystal Palace versus Huddersfield. Obviously, we welcome Huddersfield into the Premier League. Not the easiest of starts, but not the hardest of starts either. Selhurst Park rather is not an easy place to go to. It's very rough. It's very passionate fans, and obviously when you go 1-0 down, that's even worse. But I think Huddersfield will be all right. It's the first game of the season. I think they'll be all right. I'm going to go Crystal Palace 1, Huddersfield 1. But we'll see. As I say, it's the first game of the season. Maybe Crystal Palace might be quite excited, which could play a part. So as I say, we'll just see. We then have Southampton versus Swansea, and again, Southampton's a funny side, and Swansea's a funny side as well. Sometimes you can get, well, they look really good today, and then you can get other times and you're like, God, they are terrible. I know I keep repeating myself, but it's the first game of the season, and I've just gone for a crazy result. Actually, I've gone Southampton 3, Swansea 1. I don't really know why I've gone for that. I suppose it's a little bit of disrespect to Swansea, but they did struggle last season. They haven't really strengthened this season, so maybe that's edged me to go for a 3-1 loss for them. We then have West Brom versus Bournemouth. Bournemouth had some really lively games last year, didn't they? Like 4-3s, 2-2s, 3-3s. I'm not going to go for that this weekend though, not just yet. I'm going to go West Brom 1, Bournemouth 1. We then have Chelsea versus Burnley. Obviously Chelsea losing in the Community Shield to Arsenal last week. They didn't really look their best. They had about a 20-minute spell, but I thought Arsenal were the better side, to be honest. I don't really know how Chelsea's performed on their pre-season, but obviously they won the title last season and they'll want to be that want to be defending their title and get off to a good start against Burnley, especially when it's at home. So I'm going to go Chelsea 2, Burnley 1. Then at 5:30 we have Brighton versus Manchester City. Yes, I know that Brighton are at home and it's their first game to the Premier League, but again, Manchester City's done what they usually do. They've spent lots of money, and I think that they're going to teach Brighton a very nasty lesson. I'm going to go Brighton 1, Manchester City 4. We now go to Sunday kickoffs. Newcastle versus Tottenham at 1:30. Yeah, again, we welcome Newcastle to the Premier League. They've returned again. Turning a bit of a yo-yo team, aren't they, Newcastle? But I think Spurs are going to win this quite comfortably. Actually, I'm going to go Newcastle 0, Spurs 2. However, again, St James is not an easy place to go to. They can make things difficult. So I could be wrong with all these results. I usually was very last season as well. So we'll just see. Don't take my word for these. They're just my predictions, crazy predictions, I suppose I should call these. And then we have to finish off the weekend at 4:00, Manchester United versus West Ham. And again, I'm going to go for a comfortable win for Manchester United. I'm going to go Manchester United 2, West Ham 0. So that has been my predictions for the first week back of the Premier League. Hope you enjoyed, guys. It's great to be back, and it's great for the football to be back as well. Thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you next week for next week's predictions. Thank you for watching, guys.